Firstly, I have to give enormous praise to my wife Claire, who has organised this event almost entirely. As luck would have it, or disaster would have it, she woke up yesterday morning with some severe chest pains following a muscular injury to her leg, and we took her to hospital and they believe she has a blood clot in her lung. So my poor lady wife is currently in Cheltenham Hospital, dosed up with morphine, but she's still sending us text messages and instructions from her hospital bed, so she's not here, but she is still running the show, believe you me. She had prepared a speech for today because this is a very big day, not only because we're launching the spa and officially opening the spa, but because we are very, very privileged to have Mary Bromiley with us to act as our honorary guest and official opener of the spa. Mary has played a big part in Claire's life. We have little Sienna. And so, as she's not here to give her speech, her father Edmund, who's standing on my left here, is going to fill in. So I will hand over to Edmund in a second. Are you going to sing first? No. A bit of a big ask, but Sienna was going to sing first, but maybe later. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to Edmund, who is going to speak on behalf of Claire.
Thank you, Tim. These are Claire's notes, so excuse me for reading these. I can't ad-lib because I don't know the subject that well. So this is what Claire wanted to tell you all today. Tim is an outstanding vet, has incredible surgical experience, and strives. Have I got started the wrong end? I'm starting again, folks.
Take two.
Excuse me. Take two. Welcome, everybody. Firstly, I would like to thank each and every one of you for joining us here today at Peasebrook. We are delighted to have all your support and enthusiasm for what has come together to be such a fascinating day for all of us. A great deal of organisation and hard work has gone on behind the scenes, and our fantastic team have coordinated everything in their usual professional way. So a special big thanks goes to Hannah, Anna, Lisa and Annalise. I could not have done this without all of your help. Thank you, ladies. We have invited you all here today because Peasebrook is going through some very exciting times. Our veterinary clinic and referral surgery business continues to go from strength to strength. Having recently expanded our nursing team, we are now looking to recruit another vet with surgical experience to further enhance our team. We are all available for questions and discussions throughout the day, so please just come along and ask us if you have something you would like to discuss. Our team of demonstration riders in the arena deserve a big thank you too. They have put a lot into preparing for today. It has been superb so far, and there is dressage and eventing planned for this afternoon. Kirsty Davis, the chairman of ESMA, the professional therapist, advanced rider and producer of young horses, is showcasing 3 of her current young eventers, who as a matter of interest are also for sale. Kirsty is an exceptional lady with immense talent and expertise and well worth talking to. You should take that opportunity. Nikki Madford, based near Wackford, and her pupils have worked very hard to prepare for today, and we look forward to their performances. Peasebrook Equine Clinic is a centre of excellence established in 1991 by Claire's husband, the wonderful and excellent equine veterinary surgeon, Tim. Those are Claire's words, by the way. The practice has an outstanding reputation, and as you can see, boasts facilities second to none. Now, those who were listening earlier will recognise the next bit. Tim is an outstanding vet, has incredible surgical expertise, and strives for perfection at Peasebrook. In addition to this, Tim is the Chief Examiner for the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons for the certification in stud medicine. He also acts as an expert witness for the Veterinary Defence Society. So Tim, with the utmost of respect, I would just like to congratulate you and say well done for your foresight, expertise, and in achieving all that we can see here today. Before handing over to you and to Mary, I would like to say a few words about our special guest, the wonderful Mary Bromiley. Everyone here at Peasebrook feels greatly privileged that you have joined us here today. Your years of experience and expertise are respected by everyone in the equine world. Mary was recognised in the 2011 New Year's Honours lists for her services to equine sport. After a career in physiotherapy, which has seen Mary pave the way for chartered psychosis, is that right? Yeah. Physiotherapy? Yeah. It's not what she's written here, you see. To work with both horses and riders. Mary is a fellow of the Chartered Society of Physiotherapy, a veterinary physiotherapist, and a very distinguished author and worldwide lecturer. She has also been New Zealand event team physio for the last 4 Olympic Games. In establishing Downs House Rehabilitation Centre for Horses in Lambourne, Mary was a pioneer in this field, and horses around the world will be gratefully eternally to her. As well as being Claire's tutor and guru, Mary has become a dear and special friend over the years. And Claire says, I would not be where I am today without her, and would not be the therapist I am without her inspirational and training. Her deep knowledge, her depth of knowledge, ability to impart it, and overall wisdom always astounds me. Every time we talk on the phone, I come away feeling more educated. So Mary, it's now over to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Edmund, and thank you, Claire, for those very kind words. So sorry you're not here. Just before I hand over to Mary, I'd just like to say a few words about what we do here, really, as some of you may wonder what all these bits of equipment are used for. The nucleus of our business is clearly a first opinion practice. We have many wonderful clients who we value, and we do our utmost to fix their horses as and when we're required to do so. We also take a lot of referral work from other veterinary practices, both on the surgery and now the rehabilitation side. So what is equine rehabilitation? It's a word that or a phrase that you hear a lot these days. But first and foremost, as Mary will back us up, it's the sort of understanding and knowledge of how horses work and what impact an injury has on the status of that animal. Now, as you know, if you injure yourself or break a leg or have something awful happen to yourself, it takes a long time for your body to recover and for your mobility and your function to return. And the same is true of the horse. Whatever injury befalls them, it can have a great impact on, it can have a great impact on how that horse functions thereafter. And if they're not correctly managed so that they maintain their function and their mobility and regain their strength, then that horse will never move correctly again, and they never achieve the same level of performance that it did previously. So all these bits of equipment here are aimed at reducing inflammation. That's really bound to happen. The SPA is aimed at reducing inflammation and therefore helping injuries recover and helping the horse be free from pain. We have the treadmill, which we use as a key part of our rehabilitation program to regain strength and fitness in the horse. And Claire's work, which is aimed at deep muscle massage really tries to enhance the health and the well-being of the tissue and to mobilise the horse and keep them free from pain and as supple and as mobile as possible. So we put all those things together, and based on many, many years of knowledge and experience, which we all have, there is absolutely no shortcut for having that experience. Mary here has got more experience than any of us will ever have, and more knowledge. That's why it's such an honour for us to have her here today. And I think without further ado, I'll hand over to Mary to say a few words.
Tim and the team, thank you very much. I'm just very sad that Claire's not here today, obviously. And after all the nice things have been said, I think I'd better come down to ground level, wouldn't you? Why did I start this? My late father was a vet and a doctor. He qualified in both professions in Edinburgh. And so, as a child, I was perfectly used to seeing somebody sitting with their cat on their lap in the waiting room, and one didn't really know if it was the cat or the owner that he was going to treat. And I grew up rather oddly as a single child, playing with skeletons and putting them together rather than books and bricks. But that's another story. Then I knew I wasn't clever enough to become a vet or a doctor, and I decided physiotherapy was the best thing. Went to St Thomas's Hospital. And then my husband was sent to Malaya, where he was working with tuberculosis, and I found a job in leprosy. And I'll tell you, that was quite a good room clearer at a party. What do you do, dear? Well, I work with lepers, and my husband's a TB expert. Immediate space around you. Anyway, I then found that I could buy injured racehorses for their slaughter value, and decided that it would be quite fun to try and put them together. And so I bothered the vet. And there was a marvellous vet called Jim Marsh, who was the Selangor Turf Club vet. And I can remember it now. I was complaining about a rather lovely grey that I'd just bought and was lame. And I said, come on Jim, tell me what's the matter, you're supposed to know. To which his retort was, he can mend the fucking humans, start mending the fucking horses. So I thought, well, we might as well try. And my long-suffering mother had marvellously sent out some grooming kit from England for all the horses I bought. And the size, and we were lucky enough in those days to have one man to one horse. I mean, free brushes, your wife's hair, you know, the carpet in your little house, remove. And within about a month we had no grooming kit at all. So rather crossly I thought, well, bastards, they can do it with their hands. I'll teach them how to groom with their hands. And what's massage? Grooming with your hands. And to my utter astonishment, we began to get the horses better. So then I had to delve into anatomy. And because of the sort of foot in the human field, one knew again that circulatory flow was very important, and that muscle rehabilitation was the key to an enormous number of problems. Once the vet had given us a diagnosis, so I had to educate the vet to look for primary problems, and they were very, very understanding once they realized that we could get these horses better. Long story short, I eventually built Downs House in 1984 in Lambourne, and managed to persuade the veterinary profession that selected physiotherapy methods given by a person who had adequate training could help the profession. And it took 10 years to persuade the veterinary profession that this really worked. And never when I built Downs House, in my wildest dreams, did I imagine that I'd be privileged to come and open a centre such as this. I think all of you who are here are so lucky. Everything is here. Not only are you going to get an in-depth diagnosis, which is what those of us who are on the fringes of the veterinary profession require, but Claire has organised in her usual brilliant fashion everything that she considers is useful to put a horse back to its full working potential. And so I wish the centre all the luck in the world, and thank you all for coming today. Now, I am not going to jump into this right now. Okay, so here we go. Lots and lots of luck. Open. More exotic, so I'll stand in front of it now so nobody can see it. Thank you both very much.
Thank you, Mary.
Enjoy your day. Go and look at things. There's lots of people there to answer lots of questions. I can even answer the odd question, and I'm sure Tim will do much more. So certainly, have fun. Thank you.